Okay, I'm going to make up some olive oil. What I do is I keep a bottle in the cupboard and basically mix them. So it's got a lot of flavour. It takes flavours from both, the extra virgin and the milder, and that's what I use in the cupboard. But I always keep these separate, so if I need them separate, I can do it. I go about 50-50. Alright. Grab this one. See the difference in colour? This one looks very light yellow, just nearly like water, but with a little yellow. So that's about 50-50. I'll just show you the difference in colour, just if you weren't watching. See the difference? Really dark yellow. Okay, we have some cloves of garlic, a bottle. It screws on a really nice tight lid, or you don't need that as long as you can put your thumb over a hole, but we use it like that. We need a funnel. We need some really good white vinegar. Don't use cheap stuff. Really good white vinegar. And we've got some olive oil. This is half-half. I use half extra virgin and half a milder one, just your olive oil. I just find it's a little bit more palatable. And chopping board, and that's about it. What are we making today, Dad?
Yeah, we're making French dressing.
Fair dinkum French dressing.
Real proper French dressing. That's the only way to make it.
Okay, so it's very simple. This recipe has been used for maybe 100 years, maybe more. And this is all you need. So let's go through it and we'll show you how to make it. And even though it's French dressing, traditional French dressing, we're going to call it fair dinkum French dressing because it was made here in Australia. Okay, here we go. I just, Dad informed me that I had to get some more cloves of garlic. He reckons I didn't have enough. So basically all I do with garlic when I'm wanting is just chop the hard ends off where it's been connected on, like so. And then basically what you do to get your cloves of garlic free, give them a crush, and the skins will just come off like that. Okay, and not only do you get the skins off really easily, but you've released the oil in the garlic. So it's just a little tip, and you end up with absolutely beautiful, smells. I think garlic would be my favourite herb. What do you reckon, Dad?
Oh yeah, the best.
You put in everything?
Yeah.
Dad used to work in a restaurant called the Wellington many years ago in Canberra, and they used to do a la carte. Not a lot of Asian back then, not a lot of Indian or anything like that. It wasn't modern Australian, it was probably just a la carte. So things from England, your slow cooked stuff, your fish on a plate with salad, roast chicken, and French and Italian stuff, a little bit of Italian stuff. So yeah, anyway, this is how they used to make traditional French dressing, but we're going to call it fair dinkum French dressing. So that's all I've done. Crush the garlic. Then what we'll do, we move everything out of the way. We get our bottle, and this is all you do. This is how simple, and every day it gets better and better. If you can make it in a bigger bottle, but there's only Dad and I here, so we make one up every week. And we actually use the old garlic. As it gets down lower, we'll refresh this with some more oil and vinegar. So, as you can see, that's how much we put in it. I'll just wash my hands. All the oil for the garlic. Now, Dad, what's the ratio we're going to use for fair dinkum French dressing?
2 to 1. 2 parts of oil, 1 part of vinegar.
2 to 1, eh?
2 oil, 1 part of vinegar.
So 2 oil, 1 vinegar. So what I'm going to use is a half a cup. So we're going to go 2 oil,
2 oil,
1 vinegar. So what I do, it's 1 oil, that's 2 oil, and now really good vinegar. Don't buy the cheap stuff. You're going to use the cheap stuff, use it for your washing, use it for your cleaning, but don't use it for your cooking. It's sharp, it does the job, cheap vinegar, but good vinegar is a bit more rounded, smoother. It's like drinking alcohol. If you drink straight alcohol, you'll notice the difference in between a good bourbon, whiskey or vodka to a cheap one. Same with vinegar. So 1 vinegar. You put the cap on, shake it, probably leave it somewhere in your kitchen. Every half an hour for the first 6 hours, give it a shake. That is a traditional French dressing. You don't put salt in it. You don't put mustard in it. You don't put pepper in it. You put nothing in it. It is 2 parts oil, 1 part vinegar, and how much garlic, Dad?
Perhaps 6 cloves. Depends on the size.
Yeah, depending on the size, but you see how much is in there. It's a good sort of, and that's it. Tomorrow it'll be better. The next day it'll be better. The next day. And we'll let it go down to about here. And then we'll redo it again and use that garlic. We might put another couple fresh bits in. But look at that. Beautiful, fair dinkum French dressing. Go try it, subscribe and like and comment. Tell me how easy that is. Tell me how easy that is. Try it and come back and tell me how good it is. Now, just one thing you can do. Olive oil gives you a beautiful taste on your salads. It's good for you. If you find olive oil, some people find olive oil on their palate doesn't really go. Use rice bran oil if you want. It doesn't have the same French traditional dressing, but if you use rice bran oil, you'll get the same texture and feel on your mouth, but you won't have the olive oil taste. And yeah, it's not traditional, but if you're thinking, oh, Mum doesn't like olive oil, or I don't like olive oil, or whatever, try using rice bran oil. I'll show you what I mean. I'll show you some rice bran oil. Now that's rice bran oil, what I was talking about. Like I said, it won't be traditional French dressing, or what we like to call it in this house is fair dinkum French dressing. But you can use this oil. I use it all the time. It's tasteless, it's great, it's pretty good for you. And yeah, give it a go. But I would really suggest to stick to the olive oil and the fair dinkum traditional way. Here you go. Here's fair dinkum French dressing. Go try it. Make it. It's simple. Put it on your salads. Do not put it in your fridge. That's one thing I've got to tell you. You do not put this French dressing in the fridge. Do you understand? You keep it in the cupboard. What will happen is the oil will come to the top. It will seal it. That garlic will not get any oxygen. It will not go off. The vinegar will come to the bottom. The garlic will sit in the vinegar and flavour the vinegar. You shake it. It then goes through the oil. Okay?
And garlic oil will set hard in the fridge.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right. If you wanted to say something, you should have said it instead of tapping.
What is that?
We're going to wash your hands. I don't want the noise on the video, Dad. You just flush the toilet. You don't realise anything, even the dog's squeaking over there. Okay, here you've got fair dinkum French dressing. Now, like I said, it's simple. Go make it, taste it, and comment. Now, one thing Dad wanted to tell you, he just come out and said to me, remember to tell him not to put it in the fridge. you do not keep this in the fridge. Do not keep it in the fridge. You keep it in the cupboard, okay? Do not put this dressing in the fridge. What will happen after you shake it? It'll separate. The oil will come to the top, which completely seals it off. So the garlic, which is in the bottom, does not get air. If the garlic doesn't get air, it means it can't go off. The garlic will sit in vinegar. It'll flavour the vinegar. When you shake it, it then puts it through the oil. So keep this in the cupboard. If you put this in the fridge, it'll be a solid mass. Yes, the garlic won't go off. Yes, the vinegar will be in the bottom and it'll be liquid. But when you take it out, you won't be able to use it on your salad. It will not, at that temperature, the garlic will not release its oils as well as sitting at room temperature. So remember, fair dinkum French dressing, put it in your cupboard. Every time you walk past and you see it, everyone in the family gives it a shake. Try it, comment and let me know. Okay, just to show you, garlic, vinegar, oil. That's how it sits in the cupboard. Don't put it in the fridge. That's what you want to see. When someone sees this bottle, the best thing they can do is shake it. There's your salad dressing. Tomorrow morning when you get out of bed and you open the cupboard, shake it. Before you actually put it on your dinner, on your salad, shake it. Hey YouTubers, I won't tell you what to do, but I do have one question, and leave it in the comments. How many times did I say fair dinkum? Or how many times did Dad and I say fair dinkum? Leave it in the comments. Cheers.